how. That is the Institute of Health Management Research. We are an educational and health management organization with a focus on public health research also. We have 4 campuses, Delhi, Jaipur, which is the original campus, Bangalore, and we also have a research office in Kolkata. Mr. Jena, can you please start the video? An introductory video will be played now to show you the, to give you an orientation of IIHMR and how it is. Shall I begin? Are we done with the video?
Yes.
Okay. So that was a brief video tour of the IIHMR Bangalore campus. As you can see, it is in a very nice, peaceful, and very green, pleasant campus. Yeah, good evening, Anjana. You have just joined, I suppose. Okay, all right. So for the new joinees, from the time we started to right now, I see that participants have increased. So you haven't missed much. We have played a video tour of the campus. Let me just reintroduce myself for the benefit of the new joinees. My name is Dr. Amita Mukhopadhyay. I am a MD in community medicine, and I'm working as professor at IIHMR Bangalore. So we have just had a video, but I think that video can be either replayed at the end for those who would like to see it again, or it is there on the internet also. So shall we begin the content of the webinar, Mr. Jena?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wonderful. I'm going to start sharing my screen now. Okay. So today's talk is on the intersection of healthcare and management, a promising career for BDS graduates. Now, let me just ask a question. Are all the participants, everyone here, I'm assuming you would be pursuing BDS or would have completed BDS, but I just want to know out of curiosity, is there anyone here who is not BDS, who is from some other field? If there is anyone of a different field, you can just, raise a hand. Okay, so it seems like everyone is from this field. Good. So then you might be wondering, where exactly does this intersection take place, and how and why is it a promising career? So generally, see, I'm from the medical field and you all are from the dentistry field, and we tend to have tunnel vision, right? We think that we are going to do our undergraduate, then we are going to do our postgraduate degree, and then we are going to go into practice or work in a hospital somewhere, or work as assistant professors and professors in medical or dental colleges. So let us go, take a small journey today to see how we can expand our horizons instead of just being trapped in that tunnel vision. And I think I'm an appropriate fit to take such a talk. As you can see that I have also made the jump from having made a career as a professor in medical colleges to now teaching in a management institute. So let me just take a small poll of the participants. Do any of you have any ideas as to how you could contribute or how you could improve your career prospects by getting into healthcare management after your BDS? Those who would want to share their perspective can raise their hand. Would any of the participants care to share their opinion? No? So I think we are all blank slates, ready to just collect information today. So let us start the presentation in that case. Okay. So as I already told you, this presentation is being made on behalf of Institute of Health Management Research, Bangalore. let me tell you a little bit about IIHMR. So, as we are trying to establish how and why is this jump from pure clinical science to healthcare management, okay, towards the industry side of it, why is it a good fit for a BDS graduate? And also, why is it beneficial or advantageous for a BDS graduate? As you can see, the Indian healthcare industry is predicted to rise exponentially within the coming few years. Okay. You can see that it will be employing 7.5 million people, and it is growing at an amazing rate, 16, almost 20%. Here's the distribution of the Indian healthcare industry according to the different segments. It's not just hospitals. Once again, as I said, we need to expand our horizons. There are now so many different verticals or departments into which you can, venture out, and you can make a very good contribution and a very comfortable living. All these new technologies, especially the rise of AI, the rise of medical instrumentation, the huge explosion of health insurance industry in India, because still now, up till a few years ago, the Indian healthcare industry was almost entirely paid out of pocket. There were, very few, you could say, institutionalized health insurance systems, such as for a few PSUs or central government institutions, or very few people who used to buy their health insurance. But now you know that even within health insurance, there are now so many startups, and the entire insurance sector has got a boost because of the Indian government's PMJAY, that is the Ayushman Bharat program. Then, of course, now there are all these, senior living, because India is also an aging country. India has all these factors in its favor, factors running in favor of an explosion or an exponential increase in the healthcare industry. One of which is that it is an aging country. And as people age, they develop a multitude of chronic healthcare conditions, which need looking after either preventively or curatively or even rehabilitatively. So definitely, as you have this expanding market of well-to-do people who are nevertheless getting older, and many of their children will be living abroad, so the old family structure is also disintegrating. You will see the rise of assisted living centers, home healthcare, okay, remote healthcare industry, where telehealth is going to play a major role. Then smart medical devices, things like Apple Watch, you might have read on social media and all these things, how Apple Watch has already managed to save quite a number of lives. It has managed to detect a heart attack in people who were living alone. And because the Apple Watch can be remotely monitored, maybe the doctor or the patient's children living somewhere else have been able to alert the emergency healthcare services. Okay. Right. Here you can see that there's going to be a huge demand for increasing healthcare services in India in the next couple of decades. You can see that there is this huge gap if you see this part of the presentation. Infrastructure has got a great deal of catching up in order to match the burden and the demand of healthcare. So there are going to be many, many new hospitals built, and not just hospitals. As I told you, all these parallel systems of health. Huge explosion is going to happen, especially in second and third tier towns and cities, with a lot of penetration of technology, the expansion of remote healthcare, the increase in lifestyle diseases, as well as the purchasing power of people. So when we think of healthcare in India, typically the picture that comes to our mind is, a PHC in a village, maybe, a small building with breaking down bricks visible, maybe a tree, some physician just sitting under the tree and prescribing paracetamol. It's not going to be like that. It is going to be new, it is going to be shiny, and it is going to create a boom in employment. Here you can see again the disconnect between rural and urban scenarios in healthcare. If you look here, the population, this light blue is the rural part of it, and the dark blue represents the urban share. So as you can see, the population share is almost 2/3 contributed by the rural people living in villages, all right. But as you can see, the healthcare infrastructure is disproportionately concentrated within the cities, both in terms of hospitals, doctors, and availability of beds. Here again, you can see the out-of-pocket expense, as I said, is very high in India, and government spending is comparatively much lower in India. All these things are going to change in the coming few years. The market is going to have a dramatic turnaround, okay, U-turn. There is a great deal of scope for, especially for telehealth, AI-assisted healthcare, clinical decision support systems, especially the entire field of health IT, to make a mark in the underserved rural areas of India. So where does IHMR play a role in all of this? I already told you, we are an old and established institution. We are, you could say, the pioneers in healthcare management, public health research, health management, the combination of all these disparate areas. It all started, the whole story started in Jaipur. Now it has expanded to Delhi, Bangalore, and as I said, a research office in Calcutta. We have been recognized as an institute of excellence by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and we have also been granted the designation of a WHO collaborating system. Here you can see the milestones. As you can see, there is continuous progress. There is no stagnation. Starting from 1984, our institute, the Bangalore campus, received AICTE approval in 2010. Jaipur was granted university status in 2013. Then in 2017, our institution, that is the Bangalore campus, received permission to start this new stream, that is healthcare IT. All right. So our PGDM now has 4 streams. We have the standard and established hospital management. Then we have pharmaceutical management. We have this newer healthcare information technology management, and we also have a stream which is public health management, which takes care not within the hospitals, but the entire scenario of healthcare research and healthcare delivery to people who are not in hospitals. There's a difference, between disease and health. All of you would have learned this as one of the first definitions when you joined your courses. What is the definition of health? It's not merely the absence of disease, but a state of overall well-being. So the healthcare vertical takes care of that side of the management system. Okay. As you can see, IHMR Bangalore's degree has been granted MBA equivalency by AIU. And we are also accredited not only by AICTE, but also by NBA. We have increased our batch size. So there is constant progress, and there is scope for a lot more progress, okay, coming in the years coming up. As I said, we are going to keep pace with the expansion of the healthcare industry in India. Here you can see our main focus areas. One is, of course, the academic side of it. Then we have lots of research projects going on. So if you join IHMR as a student, you will have a chance to contribute to a lot of on-ground research also, which will also embellish your CVs. Then we do a lot of training, which is remote training, online training, as well as on-site training. We run a lot of consultancy projects with different hospitals and different healthcare organizations, helping to streamline their services and run their projects. Here you can see our fields of expertise, what kind of healthcare focus areas we are working on. A few things like implementation research. What is implementation research? It's basically the conversion of research ideas from theory to practice. Okay. Health system strengthening by helping to find out lacunae either in structure or in process or in the manpower. Okay. Nutrition, maternal and child health, urban and tribal health. Here you can see we do large scale surveys also. You might be interested to know that IIHMR is responsible for a large wing of the NFHS 5. NFHS is the National Family Health Survey. Till now, we have got results for NFHS 4. All right, NFHS 5 is ongoing and it is being conducted under the umbrella of IIHMR for a large section of it. The entire, I think the eastern side of the survey is being done, I think under IIHMR Bangalore. Here we have what kind of programs we offer. All kinds, as you can see, there's an entire spectrum, all right, quite apart from the full-time PGDM, that is the postgraduate diploma in management. As I said, that is equivalent to an MBA. But other than that, we also have long-term and short-term certificate programs. We have trainings and MDPs. MDP is your management program. We have webinar series. Then we also have a lot of training programs which are exclusively focused on helping students to improve their skills and certifications. We have developed a center called Admire. Okay, that is a section entirely dedicated to the usage of or leveraging digital technologies in education. You could, those who are interested can look up the Admire site, Admire, link on the IIHMR Bangalore website. Here you can see a short overview of the kind of trainings that we offer. Some of our important ones are this digital health and clinical informatics. Apart from that, we have another training program, which is a 4-month course in managing digital and connected health. We have another course in coordination with the University of Mysore, which is on nutrition and health. Then we have a very successful certificate course in digital intensive care management. A lot of, as I said, scope is there to improve and to penetrate the services in rural areas. Now, you cannot have, given that most of the high-end hospitals and the doctors also are there in the urban areas. How are you going to run a fully fledged and functional ICU, say in a remote hilly area or a very difficult to reach tribal section? That is where the digital intensive care management comes into play. All those ICUs can be equipped with monitors, video monitors, as well as audio monitors. The monitoring of the patient, okay, the feeds of those monitors, such as the entire SpO2 monitoring, the ECG monitoring, can be directly fed into the person who's sitting, say, somewhere else in a city, okay, in a hospital, big hospital in some big city, and they can keep an eye on that. You can have qualified nurses and maybe resident doctors managing the ICU. And that is how you manage to provide healthcare of a good standard where earlier there was nothing at all. And our course, I think we are already into the 3rd batch, which is taking this intensive digital intensive care management. And they will all be equipped to run this kind of ICUs remotely and provide a very much needed service to the people who are the most vulnerable. It's going to improve access to healthcare. So a little bit about our PGDM program. As I already told you, It's a 2-year full-time program. Here are the 4 verticals: hospital, health, health IT, and pharmaceutical management. And to remove confusion, as I already told you, the difference between hospital, health IT, and health needs a little bit of elaboration. So hospital management, of course, everyone has a fair idea of what that is. A hospital is not just made up by the departments and the doctors who run it. There is an entire infrastructure and a framework running 24/7 in the background to make sure that supplies don't run out, essential gases don't run out, the oxygen, the anesthetic gases, all those things, to make sure that waste management is happening in a streamlined manner, to make sure that HR, that is all the different levels of staff, are available and happy. So hospital management is quite a complex field and it requires a lot of expertise. Then, as I told you, the health management aspect of it, because health is not limited to just curing diseases in hospitals. You have to do a lot of on-ground research, service delivery to the poorest and most vulnerable sections within the communities, information and education for those people. That angle of it is the health management. That is basically the kind of work that NGOs do. NGOs like you might have heard the names of a few like Care India or Japaigo, or even the programs that the Indian government runs, things like RNTCP, which is now called NTP, National Program for Elimination of Tuberculosis, the massive vaccination programs that are run. They all come under health management. Then you have health IT management. As I said, these days, computers and computer literacy and the use of software have become an inseparable part of healthcare. Every hospital will be having its own HMIS, that is the Healthcare Management Information System, without which the hospital cannot run at all. All records are now being converted from paper to online. Okay. So the entire field of confidentiality, okay, data protection, data management, the electronic medical record systems, or let us say, the deriving of insights, okay, the data is there. And how do you use that to find out which are the places, which are the departments where you are, say, getting maximum number of patients, or where are the if you automate the pharmacy, you will never have a situation where you are running out of supplies of a particular drug. Pharmacy will never run out because the pharmaceutical management system is online. So it will flag the expiry dates or let us say, the running low on supplies of any medication without needing human intervention. And then, of course, there is your pharmaceutical management, the entire pharma industry, where they develop new drugs, they test them, the whole running of clinical trials from phase 0 to post-marketing research, okay, pharmacovigilance, all these things. Here you can see that IIHMR is ranked quite high, both in within Bangalore as well as within India's top B schools. These are a few of the awards that our team has won. This photograph is of Dr. Usha Manjunath, who is our director. And this is Dr. Kirti Uday, who is associate professor and associate dean of academics. Here you can see that we have managed to maintain a 100% placement record since the first batch that was at the inception. If you become a part of the IIHMR network, you will have a ready-made support system of more than 4,000 alumni who are spread across all the countries in the world. You will be able to improve your CVs with all these training programs and health research projects and our excellent network of recruiters. Here, let me give you a very brief idea about the accreditations and empanelments. You know that it is very important for a degree to have the proper kind of accreditation. When you're in medicine, the biggest headache is MCI inspections in any medical college. Now it has become NMC. Can any of you tell me what is the corresponding body for the dental colleges where you have your inspections? From which body? Is it DCI or does it have a different name?
No, DCI, Dental Council of India.
DCI, right? Dental Council of India. So aren't we all worried that our degree will not be recognized if the institution doesn't come up appropriate on a DCI inspection? Everyone is worried about that, right? And whenever when you all were looking for a good college to do your courses after your entrance exams, after your 12th standard, you all wanted a proper accredited and established college which is recognized by DCI, isn't it? So similarly, for MBA colleges, you need accreditations from AICTE as well as NBA. And I'm happy to say that we have all the requisite accreditations, AIU as well as AICTE as well as NBA, and we are also registered with the National Institution Ranking Framework. Here are a few of our, the key organizations with whom we are accredited to run consultancy and training projects. Now, let me take you through our collaborations and tie-ups. As you can see, all the big names are there. We have tie-ups with universities in Europe. We have tie-ups with, big name hospitals also. Let me tell you a little bit about our placements. I think this is the part that most of you would be very much interested in. So here you can see the entire range of our employers, those who recruit from our students. What are the placement salaries and the packages? Okay, these are all the organizations who are recruiting with us, and you can see that all the 4 verticals which I told you about are represented here. If you look at the hospital side, you have Fortis, Practo. If you look at the health IT side, you have all the big names, Cognizant, Deloitte, Accenture. If you want to talk about the health side of it, you have National Health Mission, then you have Adhan Foundation, you have Apollo Home Care. Okay. From the side of here, you can see that these are all our star students. And I would also like to tell you about a few of our BDS base graduates who did PGDM from IIHMR and who are now at fantastic positions in all the different kinds of organizations. You can look them up on LinkedIn. One of them is Dr. Nisha Varadraj. She is currently working as AGM for Manipal. Okay. She had a base in, she started out as a BDS, following which she did, the IIHMR 2-year PGDM. Then we have Dr. Harsha, let me just tell you the name. Yeah. Dr. Sri Harsha Pusarla, who is one of our recent graduates. He is working with Deloitte. We have Dr. Kritika Sarkar, who has landed a good post with up and coming. As I told you, I told you, right? Population is aging. There is going to be a lot of demand for AI solutions, smart instrumentations, and the sort of the intersection of all these things with the number of chronic healthcare conditions which are going to be brought on because of the aging population. So there is a startup called Karkinos. Can anyone tell me what this word refers to? Karkinos, it's a Greek word as far as I know. It refers to something very specific. Can anyone take a try or a guess? What is Karkinos? What is the base of this word? What does it mean? All right. Hmm? Yeah. Do you want to take a try at it?
Oncology.
Yes, exactly. How did you, what gave you the
It's,
idea?
its name itself says, no?
Yeah. Okay. And I suppose you know what the word karkinos means? What is the base word? As I told you, it is a Greek word, right? That same word is the
Cancer
base word for the
related.
cancer also. Yeah, tell me.
Crab now.
Yes, very good. So the word cancer as well as the word karkinos are derived from the base word meaning crab. Okay. So Karkinos is a startup which is trying to leverage all these newer advances in technology. Okay. AI, smart instrumentation, all of these things, remote sensing, imaging, all of these things, they are trying to integrate it into getting better diagnostic and therapeutic solutions for cancer. So, as I told you, Dr. Kritika Sarkar is working for Karkinos now. And then there is Dr. Anchal. She is working with Oracle Cerner in the field of agile technology. Okay. All these four names I told you, please feel free to look them up on LinkedIn. They have something in common, which is a base degree, BDS. Why is BDS such a good fit? It's because it gives you a backing. Okay. It gives you already a good backing in the entire spectrum of the healthcare theoretical subjects. Now, during the course of your BDS internship, you would have had a good glimpse into how treatment systems work in a hospital. Then you have community dentistry. In that field, in community dentistry, you would have got a very good glimpse into the health vertical of the management studies, as I told you. And of course, no degree in healthcare is complete without pharmacology. So all the drugs that are used on the medical side, the non-surgical side of dental surgery or dental healthcare are taken care. You will get a good grounding in those when you're doing your BDS course. IT, of course, is an up and coming course, and there is no limit to what you can achieve if you are intelligent, interested, and active. Okay. So as you see, out of the four names I gave you, three of them are in healthcare IT. So there is literally no reason why a BDS graduate cannot make a career in IT. Health, hospital, and pharma are, of course, assured, but IT is also open. That is the point that I wanted to emphasize to you. And they are all doing very well in their chosen fields. Here you can see some of the testimonials. It's a very good place. It has a very vibrant, student-led culture. We allow, when you're doing a course like BDS, it is very intensive, right? It demands a lot from you in terms of, how much hard work you have to put in, how many sacrifices you have to make. So when you come to another, when you finish all of that and then you come to a place like IIHMR to learn the, basics and the, the ins and outs of management, you feel a sense of freedom and a sense of agency where, you can really lead your own learning. And if you work hard enough and you're innovative and inventive enough, there's really no end to what you can do. Here you can see the number of paper presentations that our people have done. These are all by students. Okay. Each of these names is the name of a student. Then you can see this is actually a photograph of a board which is there in the IIHMR campus. And you can see that this board is filled just with publications by students, only students. So they are very active in the field of, writing papers and getting them published as well as presenting them at conferences also. Here you can see a glimpse of the student life, the kind of, high-level meetings and conferences that they attend. These are a few of the certificates of participation. And as I told you, there is a sense of freedom, of agency. Okay, a few days ago, we celebrated World Health Day at IIHMR. And we had this short video competition. Okay. And the kind of, what to say, out of the box thinking that was on display, the kind of artistic and innovative thinking, it was just mind blowing, I tell you. This kind of diversity that we have in IHMR, it's not just people from one field, right? Today we are talking about how BDS is a good fit. But in IHMR, in the student body, you will find people from all kinds of backgrounds. There will be doctors, there will be engineering graduates, there will be people who have, done their, you might find a couple of lawyers, you might find people from pharma background, you might find people who are, not from the health side at all. They would have done their undergraduation in the field of IT, in computer sciences. And when all these different minds come together with different knowledge base and different kinds of ideas, they come together and produce something, okay? They create something. It can be amazing. So here you can see the culturals that are going on. All different kinds of, very colorful, very active, lots of fun, lots of food also, because I know that MBBS and BDS people are perpetually starving. We barely get time to eat breakfast also. Here it'll be like, they are very, how to say, you'll enjoy yourselves. These are all the programs, just a glimpse into what life is like. This is the convocation picture, of course. At the end of all of that hard work and enjoyment comes the prize. That is your convocation and the degree. Okay. Onam celebration, lots of things. Let me just take you on a brief introduction of the team that makes all of this possible. These are the, the intellectual capital. And you can see all the names from different, how to say, industry as well as academics. Okay. You have people from India as well as abroad, people from industry as well as health side, as well as the academic side. You can see the names here: Manipal, Deloitte, okay, Gleneagles, then here you can see a name from the MENA side, that is your Middle East and North African side also. Dr. S.D. Gupta, who is a very renowned and long-standing name in the field of public health, is our trustee secretary. And so is Dr. Ashok Agarwal, who is again one of the leading lights in the field of public health. Here we have the academic advisory group. And this is the people who will be teaching you if you join IIHMR. Okay. You can see that they are all people with a variety. Now, can you count the number of BDS degrees in this group? How many of them are BDS? I'll show you. Dr. Rajeshwari and Dr. Akash. Okay. They are both BDS. And I would also like to tell you about Dr. Alan Ugargol, who has a background in BDS, just like Drs. Rajeshwari and Dr. Akash. He taught, like the rest of us, he also taught at IIHMR. And after that, he has now gone ahead and he's a associate professor at IIM Bangalore. Okay. So it's not just the industry where you can make a great career. You can make a wonderful career in academics and teaching also. Passing on the lights, okay, passing on the learning. So I think that brings us to the end of the presentation. And I think we can allow a few minutes for any queries or conversation that you all might want to make. So the field is now open to all the rest of you. Is there anything you want to ask or any opinion you want to share or any comments that you would like to make. Let me just take a look at the chat. Yeah, okay. I see here that there are already, yeah. Okay, some of the questions were being answered. Nice. Yeah, the fee structure for 2 years, I think the academic side can give you a better answer. I think it is somewhere in the range of 8 lakh for 2 years, but this is not a definite amount.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, Dr. Amita.
Yeah, this is Dr. Kirti. She is the Dean of Academics. She will answer this question.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Amita. So the fee structure for 2 years is 7.75, which is divided into 5 installment across 2 years, which is spread over 2 years. So the first installment they have to pay at the time of admission, second installment after 3 months, third and fourth installment somewhere between the towards the end of first year, and fifth installment in the beginning of second year. So the entire fees will be divided into 5 installment, and they have to pay accordingly. All the details are also available on website.
So Dr. Barun's question has been answered. Will AI take up on the manpower we require for the management of healthcare industry? Yeah, I can give you an emphatic answer to that. That is no, because there is only so much that AI can do. All right, AI can make a few of your tasks easier. But if you go a little deeper and you think, what is AI? All right, AI doesn't happen by itself. Somebody has to be there, first of all, to feed the information to the AI, right? Can an AI do the kind of clinical work that we do as doctors? Can AI look at the patient? Can it do inspection palpation? See, I have taken my daughter to the dentist recently, all right? And I was told that she will need braces. Can an AI actually sit there and fit the braces? At most, what AI can do is you can feed it like the pictures of, say, thousands of, how to say this? Maybe one of you is better equipped to give me the technical term for it. What do you call it when the teeth are not arranged properly? Misalignment, malocclusion, right? Those are the terms. Yeah, maligned. Okay. Yeah. So what AI can do is there will be a human being only. Okay. Feeding the pictures of, say, thousands or tens or hundreds of thousands of these malocclusions or misalignments into the AI software. So AI can then predict, say, as a child grows up and a photo is taken of that child's teeth, it can predict whether that child will go into malocclusion or not. But irrespective of that prediction, the child will still have to come to a dental clinic or a group of clinics or a dental hospital only to get the final treatment, isn't it? Then AI will tell you so many things, but there has to be a human at the end side of it, right? Who will interpret all those insights that AI is giving you. Do you think an AI can take up the job? See, an efficient hospital manager is also a great leader and a very good communicator. Do you think AI can do those things? Can AI read emotions? Can an AI look at the face of a worried mother of a child and immediately understand that what this mother needs is to sit with me and chat for 5 minutes, right? So there is no need to worry. Maybe someday, 100 years in the future, AI may start learning these things, but not right now. If you saw the disasters that have been happening with ChatGPT and Bard, okay, they are literally giving you citations to published articles which don't exist. Okay, so it is in its infancy. It has its applications, but those applications at present are limited, and your jobs are not going anywhere. Okay, all right. Now, Dr. Barun Singh wants to know that you are already working in MediAssist TPA and you don't have time for the regular program. Yes, you are most welcome, Dr. Anjana. All right, Dr. Kirti, would you like to take this up? I think there's an executive program, right?
Yes, Dr. Amita. So, as an alternative, we have an executive program under Center for Learning and Development, where they can take up the online classes. In fact, the videos are recorded and lectures are shared. Once in a week, the live classes are taken care. Apart from that, all the teaching material and everything shared online. And then some contact hours are there where they have to reach to the institute, but that is for a very minimal point of time. So in that case, I will suggest Mr. Barun, if you can go through again our website under Center for Learning and Development, there all the details related to executive program in hospital management is already available. So you can go through that and drop a message to us. In fact, I will share your number also with the concerned team and they will call you back. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Barun.
Dr. Anubhav wants to know what is the scope of health management both in India and abroad. Okay, so can I just ask you to clarify a little bit in the context of health management as we teach it at IIHMR? We have two fields, right? Hospital, which is a specialization in hospital management, and then there is the other public health field. Are you referring to either one of these or just to the overall management degree?
Overall management.
Yeah, there is plenty of scope in India as well as abroad. If you look at our, if you go to LinkedIn and you just run the search term IHMR, you will find literally thousands of answers, okay?
Yes.
Both from India as well as abroad. And Dr. Kirti, would you like to tell a little bit about the placements and the kinds of companies where people have joined, especially maybe those who are working outside India?
Yes, so under public health, there are multiple stakeholders who engage with our students. For example, from NGO, from government organization, that is District Health Authority, State Institute of Health and Family Welfare. In fact, many of our alumni are also working at a senior consultant level at Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. So basically, in public health, the student starts their career at a district level with respect to working in some national health program, followed by they get opportunity to work in the public health program, different domain at state and national level. And based on experience, you will get opportunity to work at international level in case of public health. Because public health definitely demands experience in context of monitoring and evaluation and program implementation and many other aspects. So in that case, you have to start with initially with the Indian public health system, but definitely there are many of our alumni who are working even in internationally with especially some international NGOs like Japaigo. So many of our alumni are working in a senior leadership role in this kind of organization, including UNICEF, and they get international opportunity as well to work in international projects as well.
We have to go step by step.
Yes, anyhow, definitely. If we say that you will get placement directly in international public health, no, the answer is not like that. Even you go to any institute, it will take some time because public health takes a step-by-step understanding and then growth accordingly. So because once you understand the system, once you understand the policy, the structure, how it works, then only you can take up the leadership role. Yeah, you were saying something?
Okay, and if we are talking about hospital management, then
In case
also same or different?
In any organization, beta, I will say that the step-by-step movement is important. For example, in hospital also, you will start as an operation or quality executive, and then you will take up the department head role, followed by the unit head role, and then maybe you can talk about the regional head or country head, depending on what type of organizations you are working with. So in that case, but yes, many of our alumni again are working in different units, I will say international units of many organizations like Apollo and Fortis. So all those possibilities are there. But on the other hand, one more example I would like to add, for example, Burjeel Hospital UAE. They came last year and they have recruited 7 students from our campus, and all the 7 students, they are working with Burjeel Hospital UAE, and that is something an international job, which is in Abu Dhabi. So in case of hospital, international opportunities do exist. In case of health, IT also, international opportunities exist. For example, Deloitte kind of organization. They select our students, they train them for 1 to 2 months, and then they for few months again they post them in America for some other training and all, and again they will call back to India. So I will say that in different capacities the international opportunities do exist, but it's higher in case of hospital and IT in comparison to public health.
Public health. Okay.
Yeah, this question was asked by Dr. Anubhav, right?
Yes.
I'll give you an example. I told you, right, about Dr. Nisha Varadraj, who is the perfect example of a BDS with a hospital management specialization. So if you see her LinkedIn, you can see that after she finished her IIHMR degree, she started off as an operations executive, okay, at Columbia Asia Hospitals. Then she moved up to the manager of radiology and eventually as the manager of telemedicine in Columbia Asia Hospitals. Okay. And then in her present position, she is AGM, that is Assistant General Manager at the Manipal Hospital's radiology group. So this is quite a representative career graph, as I can say. All right. Even those who, the people who do, see, our management MBA is a healthcare MBA. There are other kinds of MBAs also, as you know, right? Finance and that sort of other kind of degrees, operations MBA, finance MBA. They also start off as trainees, management trainees, because the thing is that as a manager, you are basically running the whole organization. You are literally the boss of everybody. So for that, you need to learn the ropes, right? You need to yourself have the experience of moving through the different levels. But as I told you, if you are active and eager, the sky is the limit. And you can have a very fast rise in your career graph.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Amita. In fact, I would like to take up one question which is posted on screen. That is, ma'am, I would like to know how do we choose which specialty to go for out of the 4? And then do recruiters prefer full-time MBA graduates? So I would like to club both the answers, Dr. Amita. Actually, see, there is no value of, I will say, a kind of online course if you are freshers. For example, if you're working and you have a decent knowledge of and experience as well of working in the industry, and you want to upskill yourself, then the online course may help you. But if you are a freshers and you're looking for a kind of career growth for yourself, you want to establish in the healthcare industry, then definitely full-time offline program is more valuable and which is considered from the recruiter sides. That is one part. Now, second, in context of which specialization to choose. So on this regard, first of all, the first year courses are common. So irrespective of your background, we offer all the 14 courses to all the students admitted in the batch because we intend to give the concept related to management and healthcare delivery system in context of first year. So that is like common for everyone. And after that, you will also be placed for the summer internship, which is towards the end of first year for 2 months. And then in second year, you have to choose any one of these specialization. So in fact, you have one complete year in your hand to understand all the 4 specializations or domain. You can talk to your faculty, you can talk to industry mentor, alumni, seniors, you can experience yourself in during summer internship. And then finally, you can decide like which specialization will be good to go. And in fact, if you will ask us, for us also, it takes time to assess you, to understand you, and then only to guide you which specialization will be good to go. So in that case, I will suggest all the aspirants who are like confused between which specialization to take. So my only point is that please hold on this decision because you still have 1 year, even after joining this program, to select the specialization. And in between, you will be exposed with multiple things which will solve your doubt and you can take up the right decision for yourself. Is that clear, Neha and Anjana? Yeah, over to you, Dr. Amita.
Oh, okay, great. So are there any more questions? You can either ask or you can put them in the chat box. Okay, then I don't think there are any more. So thank you very much for being such active participants, and all of you were quite attentive. And okay, hold on a second. There is a. Do we have online course? What kind of online course are you referring to? See, because we have a for a working professional, yeah, we do. Dr. Kirti just explained right earlier that they have an executive program for working professionals. So, who was the other person who had asked this question? Dr. Barun, right? Yeah. So, Dr. Barun as well as Dr. Sahil Kaule, we will ask our team to reach out to you with the details of the executive program. Okay. And if you find it difficult to, to commit to a full-time program, then you can always opt for the executive program. That is a good fit for those who are working. Okay. So I think we had a for the executive program, yeah, our team will get in touch with you, and I think they can tell you all the details of the fee structure, right, Dr. Kirti?
Yes,
the
yes.
executive-
So for executive program, we will share your number with the concerned department. They will come back to you. But I think as far as I remember, maybe I'm not absolutely correct, but it is somewhere between 60 to 70,000. It's a 9 months program, executive program. So I will share your number with the concerned department and they will share the details with you.
All right. So anyone else? Any queries? I think then we can wrap up. Should we all show our faces just for a minute so we can have a group photograph? You are all very shy. Okay, 1, 2.
Ma'am,
I request.
one more doubt. Ma'am, you have
Yeah.
said that it's a step by process, right?
Step by step. Yes. See,
And
any
if we-
career is a step by step process.
And
Not just
if we have experience in hospitals, like I have experience of in dental private hospitals, then
then obviously it puts you a step ahead, right? Rather than a fresh graduate who has only done the BDS course and then come for management, they would start at the absolute, basic trainee level. But if you have already got the experience, then it already puts you ahead of your peers, right? So that work experience is definitely going to be considered. Yes. Noted, Sahil, your email ID. Anyway, you would have shared this at the time of registering for the webinar also, right? Okay, just a second.
Dr. Ramita, sorry, I think I missed. Anubhav, you were saying something, exactly what your question, Beta?
Yeah, he was asking what is the, like it's a step-by-step process in a career, but if you have some work experience already, then does it put you ahead?
Yeah, definitely, yes. As you rightly said, Dr. Ramita, definitely, yes.
Yeah.
In fact, even from recruiters' perspective also, the experienced people are hired on a higher salary in comparison to freshers.
Okay. So I could also, just as another example, I would also refer you to the career graphs of the faculty whom I showed you in our faculty slide, Dr. Sakash and Rajeshwari. They are also BDS background teachers who have then decided to take the jump into not just the management side, but the management academic side. So you can take a look at their career graphs also. Everyone is on LinkedIn. And you can literally see it like a, how to say, you have those nowadays on Twitter and all, you have these aging videos, right? They show you a child's face and then they show you how that child gradually ages. So we have all aged in our careers. Okay. And it's just the kind of path that someone takes, but everyone has to age. No one can remain young forever, and neither is anyone born old, right? So everyone goes through those steps. So I think our audience today is very shy and they don't want to show us their faces for the group photo. So Dr. Kirti, shall we wrap it up?
Yes, Dr. Amita. If
Okay.
no
Yeah.
further questions, we can close the discussions for today.
Okay. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone, for attending and for being so attentive and active in the discussions. And hope to see quite a lot of you in the coming months and years at IIHMR.
Sure.
Good
Thank
night.
you, everyone. Goodbye.
Good night and all the best, no matter